I've had this Dewalt planer, the very popular model planer, for a number of maybe 6 years now. Almost the first thing that happens is you get sick of changing the knives constantly, constant changing of knives. It gets to the point where you're honing them, you create a honing jig and sharpening them on whetstones just to get a little more life out of them. The finish can be very nice, but I've always wanted to upgrade to a helical head. As soon as I was exposed to the idea of a helical head with carbide cutters, it's so far superior, and they're expensive. Back 6 years ago, I think the only player in the game was the Helical, and I saw that upgrade being done, and it was really almost as much as the planer. So it was just very hard to justify in a world of tools that you have to buy. So when Findbuytool.com reached out to me and asked me if I want a helical head, all my dreams from the last 6 years had come true, and now I'm sitting here looking at a gorgeous helical head. What are the advantages of this? It's using carbide cutters, which will last significantly longer. It's quieter. There's 4 cutting positions on the carbide cutter, so you can rotate them around. You get an enormous amount of life. You can even go to light honing of these things after the fact and get even more. So it dramatically extends the life, the quality of cut. I'm not going to do a step-by-step video because there's a lot of fantastic ones that take you through the entire process. Findbuytool gives you instructions, the paper instructions, and they're good, but I'm the kind of person that likes to see a video of someone doing it, and you get a lot more detail from it. I'm not going to do a whole video on the installation because there's already a lot of great ones. I'm going to link to one of them. Just use those. They've already put in the work. Let's keep viewing those videos. For instance, this is the one I'm using, is a helical cutter. Worth it for your planer. Great step-by-step. It shows you all the steps. It gives you a little commentary along with it of what is going to be a pain in the ass. Here I am at the halfway point of the installation. It's really tested me, actually. There's a lot of things like snap ring pliers. You're gonna, really need to remove some snap rings. Unless you're a mechanic taking apart machines on a regular basis, you're gonna have to buy some stuff. So, do research, watch all the videos, and collect all your tools together. It has kind of pushed me to my limit. I'm going to continue on with the installation, and then I'm going to do a couple of tests, not just quality of planing a thick board, but I'm going to try planing really thin boards too, which is supposedly a lot gentler process on a helical head. So doing veneers and stuff, is it more possible? We'll find that out after I do this install. I'm literally on my 4th. I think it's taken me the entire week to get this thing in, and I'm not kidding around. It seems like it might be a 2-hour afternoon task or whatever, but it was just every single step was so crazy for me. I think the bearings on my previous cutter head had seized, and they were just an unholy pain to get out. I had to produce a lot of force. I had to really think about how I was hitting the bearings. I was going to start cutting, actually, but I just kept pounding away at it with more and more force. I made this kind of custom tool to exactly fit the bearings, and the new one seating in was a pain. The belt, my hand is all mashed up from doing the belt. So do not take this lightly unless you know these machines really well and you've done this before and you can mitigate some of the stuff. This is crazy. Just installing the carbide takes a while too, and it's hard on your back, and you gotta make sure you go over every one, and you don't have to, you can just torque it with hand force, I think, but it's a lot. There's no other way to do it other than kind of stooping over too. So it's take your Advil or whatever pain relief thing you want to do beforehand. Anyway, it was very tough. I found this extremely challenging. So yeah, all I can say is take your time. I really had to go and separate everything really carefully, look at it, you actually get to know a lot about how the machine is put together. Think about it before you start it up. Make a mental checklist. Do whatever you can. Just relax, and you will get through it. Okay, so I cleaned up everything. Everything is back in its place. This is the ideal spot for it because it's all with the dust collection, blah, blah, blah. I'm just hoping to God that I put everything back correctly. The belt is tracking correctly. Gearbox isn't, yeah, blah. There's so many things, and even all the carbide heads, did I tighten them all? I really was methodical, so I think I did. So anyway, if something happens, you'll see it right now. Just the dust hose blew off. Okay, let's try that again. We'll make sure the speed changing is working well. It's kind of like a sound when it ramps down, but I think that'll be fine. Okay, I think we're ready to go on to actually planing something. The planer's still loud. That's the motor. There's nothing that can be done with that. But when it's actually hitting the wood, it doesn't have that sound. It has like it's like a zzz, it's whatever. It's quieter. It's a lot nicer. Surface finish is perfect, but we expected that. They're brand new carbide cutters. There's no lines, nothing that I can see. It's just a spectacular cut. It's fantastic. We knew that was going to happen. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the veneer test. When you try and plane anything lower than 1/8 or even 1/8 with the knives, it will just shred the back end. It just wreaks havoc on any thin pieces. Even if you put it on the sled, go crazy trying to protect it, it still makes a mess. That's why I built the drum sander in the back, actually. I spent a month building that just to solve that issue. I'm gonna attach this to a piece of melamine, and we're gonna run it through and see if it's a little bit gentler on the surface. I'm gonna do light passes, but this is a piece of fairly figured maple, and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so let's test this piece of veneer. I got it on a piece of melamine. I have it double-sided taped here and here. There's no significant cupping or warping or anything. Obviously, all these pieces are going to be a little bit loose. I marked it off, and I know for a fact that this would not, even at this thickness, which is like 1/8, it would just not survive with the knives. I've done it a million times, and it always blew out. So let's see what happens. This is the first time I'm ever gonna do this. Hopefully not the last. This is good. It survived. You could hear how gentle it is. Like, it's just a really different style of cutting. I'm gonna take it off carefully, flip it around, and do the other side, and maybe we can have a nice sub 1/8 veneer. So I flipped it around, double-sided taped it. I want to make sure that it's not gonna pop forward at the beginning. It's almost redundant to double-sided tape it at the back, but that's usually where the damage happened. If you truly want to go crazy, you go up the side, but then it's hard to pry it off. And there's always a little tension release, but I think the rollers will hold it down, and we'll get a nice parallel, all the things you'd want from a good veneer. Again, very light passes here. This helical head is amazing. It's so gentle. It's just so unlike the knives. It's truly a fantastic upgrade. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I've probably got it down to about a 1/16 of an inch here. This surface finish is immaculate, no lines. What more could you want, really? installing this thing was actually one of the toughest installs or anything I've ever done in my life. Actually, it was just pure. I had to take multiple stress breaks. I had to do yoga, and just to get my mind straight again and not do anything like crazy. Anyway, it was tough. This is it's an almost 10-year-old planer. It was manufactured almost 10 years ago, so it's going to be some seizing and there's going to be some troubles. But I am so glad that I did this. It's like the knives were like a dial-up modem, and this is, this is the high-speed fiber it's just so far ahead in cutting technology of the knives, and there's nothing but benefits. So for this price, this is very well machined. This is the absolute greatest thing that you can do for planing, because your planer is a workhorse and it does so much for you and it saves so much time. You depend on it so much. So if you have the means, I highly recommend it. That's all I can say. Thank you to Findbuytools, and thanks for watching.